like you guys to imagine a world where you cannot eat at any event, party, or store because of your dietary restrictions. We at Hestia Kitchen decided to make baked goods that appeal to everyone's dietary restrictions because we empathize with the fact not everyone can enjoy the sweet treats in life. Our baked goods would avoid common allergens such as eggs, milk, wheat, soy, and many others. Hi, I'm the CEO. I'm Ania.
Hi, I'm Joshua Gross, the CFO.
I'm Jason, I'm the CTO.
I'm Michaela, the CMO.
I'm Jeremiah, I am the secretary.
Good morning, Patina students and staff. Pardon the interruption. FBLA students, we will be meeting today in room 103 at lunch to register you for Central Section events. Again, FBLA will be meeting in room 103 today at lunch to register you guys for Central Section. Thank you.
68 people responded to our survey, which majority of them couldn't eat or find sweet treats that appeal to the dietary restrictions. But majority of them said our business was a good idea and could help a lot of people.
This is our customer segment. Her name is Rose Garcia. She's a 33-year-old Hispanic female. Her social networks that she uses are Instagram, Facebook, and email. And her dietary restrictions are eggs. She cannot eat any eggs, and she loves baked goods.
And this is a picture of our eggless chocolate chip scones, which she is passing out for you guys to try. And the ingredients in it is milk, brown and white sugar, vanilla, flour, baking soda, salt, and chocolate chips. And we made this product for you guys to get a try of what Hestia's Kitchen is about.
Freshly baked. This is our revenue projection. First is our total addressable market. So we estimate that with our total addressable market, we will be able to sell over 420 million units. And that could estimate out to be $8,420 million. That's assuming that we were able to get everyone available in the market. Of course, there's our serviceable available market, which we limited down to California, where we can estimate to sell about 5 million units and get $100 million in the Next is our serviceable obtainable market. This is what we realistically would expect our profit to be, about maybe $6 million in the first year. Our market share is about 6%. These are our key metrics for transporting our goods. We can expect $25 to $50 in a 10-mile radius. Packaging could include $19 per set of cookies. The labor cost is non-applicable. However, our cost per batch is a mere $2. Our current definitions of success are at least 10,000 new Instagram followers by the time we finish out. I'm seeing here. At least 6 new delicious recipes for you guys to try. And once we start off our business, at least 25% of our projected profit are obtained.
We get customers by acting with our customers and giving out cookies. We keep our customers by giving them discounts, and we grow our customers by our social media account.
Hestia's Kitchen make their own products, and we plan on shipping them out through different services so anyone can order our products from anywhere.
To buy our product around people that are ages 18 and 30. Why we want to sell our product? We want all genders to buy our product, and where we want to sell our product is in California, and why we buy our products is for themselves, for others. Right here, this is our competitor slide. So what we specialize best in against our competitors is pricing, quality, and taste.
If you can't eat at any event, party, or stores for one reason or another because of your dietary restrictions, We at Hestia's Kitchen, we empathize with the fact that not everyone can enjoy the sweet treats in life for one reason or another. And when companies provide for them, it's not always good quality and doesn't taste the best. That's why we're here. In our kitchen, we provide sweet treats that anyone can enjoy. Our ingredients will avoid allergens and other food intolerances, like eggs, nuts, milk, wheat, soy, and other common allergens. I do this to make sure that everyone can have a seat at the table. Me and my kitchen staff can be reached on these social media services.
That's our landing page. You should trust Hestia Kitchen to provide because everybody deserves a seat at the dessert table. Thank you.
Okay. What's the little thing in the bottom right corner? Is that just like a summary of the slide, or is that actually in the presentation?
That's the same word beside it.
Okay, right.
That's just like
Okay,
a
I was
pop-up
wondering.
that's there because
Oh, it must be the presentation. Well, I'll go ahead and start. I really love, I think I mentioned this to you guys before when I love your color palette. I love the idea. We were just talking, it almost looks like at the very beginning, that's a brick oven. I don't know if that was your purpose, but I took that as like a brick oven. And it's just really clean slides, very clean, very nice color palette and scheme. It made me think of desserts and food. And by the way, the cookie was delicious. I would think the slogan was really good. I'm gonna let those guys talk more about the numbers because I don't feel like that's my strong suit. But I just liked the smoothness of your presentation. I just felt like it flowed very nicely, and you all were very, eye contact, and I guess it was so. Oh, and I liked your survey results at the beginning. Like that showed that you've gone out and done the work to see, really what the data says. So consider using that as you go forward. You consider, using how do you put consider to weave that data, continue to weave that data into your stories, right? Because it adds just more credibility to you to say this is what people want versus just you coming out and saying it, to having that survey. So I really enjoyed that survey at the very beginning. Just do a little bit of cleanup on your slides. Like the bullet, I was confused. If you're not going to do a list with the bullets and you're going to center, just maybe look at that one slide where you centered it, but you had the bullets on the left.
Which slide was that?
I think it was slide 11. That was just more of, it's just a cleaning up of things where I think you decided to center, which is cool, but then just decide whichever one you want. And there was a couple other little errors that I put on here for you guys to look at, just a couple of minor spell checks. But I enjoyed your story. I really like the cookie. It's very relevant. My grandson is just having to take something to one of his school's events, and the whole conversation was what he could or couldn't take because of allergies. And so it's like, oh yeah, this would have been great, depending on what your products are, it would be nice and easy to be able to order that. So very professional, and thank you. I enjoyed it.
Real quick, and maybe I missed it, because part of the pacing for me, it went pretty quickly. So, but love the look. I agree. I mean, you have a very cohesive brand. I mean, it's on brand. Pretty much all your slides are. I'm a little confused on the persona and the assumptions. Like the persona and, well, a couple of things. The persona. Why Hispanic? Like, why is that relevant?
I just based it off my aunt who inspired this. Yeah.
So maybe part of that story is, where that background, because I'm also curious, is Hestia her name? No?
Hestia is a god who oversees cooking.
So this is where our brand comes from. That's our our inspiration for our brand name. But the inspiration that our brand was also based off of.
Yeah, and that's perfect, right? I mean, it's as it makes sense to add it into your story. I mean, I think it's a great ad, right? for me, what threw me off was as soon as I heard the word Hispanic, I said, okay, what about this product is specific for Hispanic, right? Because are you limiting it or are you just communicating differently to that market, right? So, which is okay, and it is, if it is that way, then, you know, that's how you communicate, but, I mean, I guess what I'm asking for you to consider is, you know, is it really something that needs to be a part of? Because then your segment or the assumption is different a little bit than the 33-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I got a little bit confused. There's also a slide where you talk about your take, the 6% market share. Is that market share or is that profit?
The 6% market share ranking.
Got it. Yeah, so they're two different, right? So is just kind of maybe adding a little bit of common sense, you know, if it's profit or, in this case, right, the market share is a different number on that slide. But trying to, because when I saw it, it confused me because it says two different things on that slide, but.
It moved a bit quickly for me on that one. I was looking at units, and then we went from units into profit. And having been in restaurant industry, I was thinking, how many cookies are we selling to get to that profit? And so I just kind of got looped into the same kind of questions about just trying to track the information so that I could follow it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, besides a couple of spelling things, I don't know if that's the brand or just the spelling things, I think you did really well.
Yeah, you guys definitely showed out. You guys fleshed this out so well. I would like to see maybe a projection of the voice, especially starting out. You kind of want to, you know, be excited about this idea that you guys have, because honestly, it's a good idea. As a person who does have, you know, dietary, what is it?
Restrictions?
Yeah, restrictions. I still eat whatever I want, but I have to suffer with the consequences. But now I don't have to because there's Hestia's Kitchen. I love the branding. Sorry, back to just projecting your voices a little bit louder. The branding is on point. I love that you guys pivoted from the original, as well as your ad. I do feel like it kind of ends like abruptly a bit. I can help you guys kind of flesh that out as well, but again, just way better. The call to action on your guys' landing page, I love that it has information about ingredients. You know, people want to see that, but what's going to be the thing that your customers need to do as soon as they get on there, you know? And I feel like maybe you guys can explore doing maybe like a pre-order option or getting on some type of wait list for when those products come out and are ready to be sold. But there needs to be some type of like, okay, what do you want your customer to do? Just see the ingredients. I mean, they could just go to your Instagram and see the ingredients. So being very clear on that call to action. Yeah, I think the rest is really well. I'm really proud of you guys.
Yeah, so good job on you know, the communication and cohesiveness. You know,
If you can't eat,
the projection of your voice, you know, yeah, definitely can be louder. Based upon the story that, you know, that you've shared, right, that we're asking questions, I think you could have started off with that, right? Tell us the story about this product and where it came from. My thought instantly went to the 10,000 followers, like just me actively trying to boost social media personally. I'm like, wow, how are they going to get 10,000 followers? Like, where are they going to come from? How are they getting this? How are they getting information out? And so I don't know if that's just in younger terms that's easier to get 10,000 followers. Like, I'm struggling to get 1K, right? And so then what's the process of how are we going to get these 10,000 followers, right? My assumption is that these followers then equate to individuals ordering cookies. And then as it starts to get bigger, I'm thinking, man, competition of cookies. Like, that was a great cookie. It literally was a delicious cookie. So kudos to you, right? I'm like, wait, only a few ingredients? Like, this is delicious. And so maybe I'm a little biased about the cookie and the taste of it, but like, yeah, how are we gonna get the word out? Like, where are these followers coming from to equate to the millions of dollars sold in cookies? to go back to the unit price, right? Like, how much are these cookies selling for? What are they worth?
Okay, so the cookies themselves, there's gonna be each cookie is, so a pack of cookies is gonna be about $20, and that
Okay.
pack is about 20 cookies, so one cookie is $1. So the whole package is gonna be $20 for 20 cookies. Is what we have so far. That's in terms of prices.
I think this is awesome. I think the real work, should you choose to move forward and launch this thing, really viable idea. There's going to be kind of where the rubber meets the road in terms of facilitating, baking the product and serving the product. Having been in food service for a while, you want to think about serving safe and, maybe gloves or napkins or prepackaged, right? This was a different venue than, selling cookies to the general public, but always something to be thoughtful about if you're in the food sector, so that no one ever has to question it or question whether they can trust it. They're seeing it and they're going, oh, well, obviously this has been, packaged beautifully, right? And so it fits in with that brand element of a very thoughtful business, right? Because you're doing this based on an identified need in the marketplace, right? So it very much fits with the branding. I would agree that it's storytelling. I didn't connect the Hestia thing until you said it. And so since that's such potentially a big part of the story, to dive into that customer profile or your own personal involvement with the story, or represent how you came up with the name, or maybe incorporate a little bit of that imagery into the logo, I just think those will definitely add to your storytelling, right? And people mention projection, but you do have a great story to tell. So the more you get excited about it and share that excitement with us, then your audience gets excited too, right? But ultimately, I loved it. I think the cookie's going to be fantastic, but I'm saving it for dessert, right? And share it with my wifey, because she loves baking too. Definitely, you got to spell check those slides. And then I would just suggest, tagline was great. I really did like that brick look of the hearth on that initial slide, because it lends to like old world home baking kind of thing, which gets me excited about trying a new kind of cookie, right? And then just a note on those projections, just to think about if they're realistic, because I would agree, getting 10,000 Instagram followers can be a challenge. God bless you guys, maybe you can do it overnight, in which case you want to start a marketing business right away too, right? But that can be a challenge, and you just want to think about getting the cookies in people's hands, because whether you're going to need some kind of retail space, or share someone's retail space, or they're going to be out for delivery and you need a delivery service, it's all going to factor into your cost and your bottom line. So, excellent job today, though.
I do have one more little thing to add, because we were talking about power of storytelling, and the book we have, the Business Storytelling for Dummies, have you guys seen that book yet?
We have not.
Okay, well, find someone who has it, but in that book, there's a little section about how to tell a founder's story. So it may not exactly be 100% relevant, but it could give you guys an idea of how to structure the founder's story in a way where you can implement that in. Okay, so in that book, there's a section. I don't know exactly where it's at. I'm going to add it to my notes, but it's called like something about the founder's story, and it'll give you a few tips on how to maybe weave that in.
I have one more thing. On one of your slides where you're talking about your costs, I think I saw labor not applicable, like there's no cost on labor.
Yeah, we don't have any, we're not paying anyone to do any labor yet.
Not
So,
yet.
no, so it's not applicable at the moment. So.
Got it. Okay. Maybe consider adding something like that, or maybe it's, what do you think it would take to build out a base of the number of units that you're trying to sell, what it would take to maybe sell that or create that, right? Because I'm sure you guys, it's a labor of love, right? You'll do it for free, but there's some.
You have 10,000 orders.
Yes. Maybe consider some of that, because it would, to me, I think that kind of like, wow, great.
Yeah, back in the day when I was doing retail, like lunch kind of stuff, you would want your labor and your food costs to be like 50% or less, because otherwise it's like, oh my gosh, where's that profit going to come in? right? Because we've got all that food and labor and then our facility and our insurance and our website and our blah, 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 blah.
Is that everyone? All right. Hestia's Kitchen, thank you.